Hello, my name is Robert Barnum, and this is my Bulldog story. I grew up in a ski resort in Oregon. Ashland's sort of a famous place for the World Shakespearean Festival. I ended up in the Midwest looking, at different places to teach that would be better for the family, and ended up at Ferris and Canadian Lakes in this area, and good choice. Well, my wife Lisa's an artist also. She was originally a graphic designer and still does some graphic design work. Two older daughters, both married now. One's in HR for Safeway stores, the other one's in a big PR firm. Toby just graduated, now is looking for a job in corporate fitness. Skylar's in the 9th grade and doing what 9th graders do. I tell stories in paint, watercolor and oil, or I do it in steel. Now the steel's a relatively new idea, maybe 10 years old. And you don't see narrative in steel very often. You see narrative in bronze, but you don't see it in steel. So this is a new adventure. We're really trying a new idea. We're trying to come up with sculptures that are formable, literally can last hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Airplanes could run into them and they're indestructible. But there's a narrative. They have this figurative action, they have this story, they tell a story, and they do it in large scale. Now that's relatively new though. Like I said, that's about 10 years. I've been painting all my life. Oh, I think content-wise, I really like Struggle and Security. That's a 2,000 square foot mural in Ohio, and probably second to that's of Thought and Reason. I get more student response from that from anything. I mean, and I don't even care what the response is. I mean, if they tell me, I've had students tell me it was a religious statement. I have students tell me it's a comment on technology. As far as I'm concerned, they're right. I mean, whatever my reason for doing it, my thinking was, my content was not as important as theirs. So it's one of those paintings that just, people respond to. So that makes it successful for me, especially in a library. You have this communication that occurs all the time between whoever sees the art, whoever's walking by the art, good, bad, or indifferent. Welcome to higher education. That's what it's all about. But the beauty about teaching is quite honestly, you see more things in a classroom in any one week than you would see in a lifetime in your studio making art. I love the creative process. I love being on the paper trying to solve a challenge. Do I love it from the point of view I think it's good? Not yet. I'm kind of hoping that day comes, but it hasn't come yet. Do I really enjoy being an artist? I can't imagine my life without the creative process. And not in superficial terms, but the simple fact of being challenged with making the unknown. And then attempting again to do that on a daily or weekly basis, so the unknown constantly changes.